Hey everybody, I am going to paint over this piece today. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's got tons of messy cells. And you can see the paint, like I don't like when this happens. I'm not exactly sure why that happens, but it's almost like, and sometimes it happens even without torching, it almost looks burnt. You can see the white, God, how do you describe that? Filmy, kind of? I'm not really sure why it happens. So, I was thinking of doing a swipe. I haven't done a swipe in a while. And I may be using my neon colors again because I am a bit obsessed. So I just mixed up this batch of white. This is, well, it's almost perfect, I think. I was going to say it might be on the thick side, but I think it might be perfect, which I never get on the first shot because I don't measure. But... and this is the Dutch boy. This is not ARTEZA because I had the Dutch boy handy, and I only think I have like 2 tubes of the ARTEZA left, so that won't get me very far. The main difference, pretty much the only difference I've found, is that when it dries, the ARTEZA is nice and shiny, but I varnish my pieces, so it really is not a huge issue for me how the paint dries, you know. Okay. And I'll probably have to touch up the sides at the end where there was darker paint from the previous pour. For those, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I had a painting like a few weeks ago that I did a pour over, and when it was drying, it was starting to bubble, and I ended up being able to peel the whole painting off. And it was a painting that I had gessoed over an old one, and I was like, God, this has never happened. I don't know, was it the gesso? Well, it turns out that was a piece I had varnished and then gessoed over the varnish. So I'm assuming the liquid, the moisture of the paint made the gesso, everything lift right off the varnish. So this piece had not been varnished yet. And if I do paint over a varnished piece, I am going to sand it down first, which will scuff up that varnish. So, trying to think, how do I want to do this? Well, maybe I'll just do it messy like that. Overwhelming. I only want it kind of, I want a lot of negative space. There. I can't get it out of my mouth. Whoa, crud. That was a lot of orange right there. Usually I'll use like a, whatchamadiddle, syringe thing, but winging it today. And this, gosh, hoping this will. This is my white paint with silicone. So, here it is. So there's not much silicone in here. This is the silicone I use, Spot On Treadmill silicone. It is on the Amazon list. That is in the video description. Usually I swipe with cardboard. I'm going to use paper towel, but not a wet one. If you guys remember the time I tried to do it, because everyone's like, wet the paper towel down. I got it like soaked. Alright, so, alright, I am just, alrighty, let's just see what happens. Torching the heck out of this. Let's get some more. Woohoo! Woohoo! Cells, cells, cells. Usually I don't like them, except when I want them. So, it's kind of cool. And it's how I wanted it. I just wanted a splash of color. Although now I'm like, does it need Oftentimes I blow out the sides with a straw, but I don't feel I need to do that on this one. It's kind of really good just how it is. I'm not used to that. There are a lot of places I need to touch up. Using the stick that I mixed it with. This part, I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Ooh, I better not stick that back in there because now it has silicone on it. I'm glad that I remembered that. I don't think that small, teeny weeny amount would have, you know, affected it any, but I'd rather not find out. I like it. Just, I'm gonna shake up my white so I can just do the edges. I like the simplicity of it. There I go messing with it, but One thing you can see the painting underneath. I know I should stop. If I keep messing, I'm gonna like start tilting the whole thing off. And I want to see this when it's dry. Okay, that side's fine. So I'm leaving it kind of thick there along the edges because it will drip off, and that's where you can see the old painting. Yeah, I'm done. I promise my next video will not have neon colors. I promise. And no, my fingers are not crossed. There it is. I am still kind of, I don't know. I love the colors. I'm a little on the fence though. But I definitely want to see it once it dries. So it will stay for now. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.